Good morning, everyone. This is the 8th lecture related to class 9 physics regarding 4th chapter, that is work, energy and power. And I think this is the last lecture because each and everything completed and some numericals also I just explained in previous lecture, and in this lecture I will explain some conceptual numericals, or you say that's some conceptual problem or questions, no matter, you can try to understand what is the concept of here problem that is based on few basic concept, that is what is the condition in which velocity increases, or whenever the velocity decreases then what will happen, and how the energy converted from one form to another form, and what is the importance of work and force in the calculation of energy and transformation of energy. Just see from starting. First question here: when a ball is thrown inside a moving bus. Suppose you are just going in a bus and you are just sitting inside, and if you are throwing a ball inside the bus, then what will happen? Here, does its kinetic energy depend on the speed of the bus? Here the question, that the concept, when you are just throwing a ball inside the bus and the condition is what? Bus is also moving with velocity, or you say that speed, no matter. But in this situation, when you are just throwing the ball inside the bus and the bus is in moving condition, then the speed of bus. Answer of this one first. Let's see, very easy concept. When the bus is in moving condition, then the speed of ball. When the bus is in moving condition, then the speed of ball add up. Speed of ball add up with the speed of bus. It means speed of ball increases. It means speed of ball increases, and when speed of ball increases, then a well-known formula for kinetic energy, K is equal to, that is half mv square. It means whenever speed increases, then square of this one also increases. Then we can say that when we just throw a ball inside the bus, then its kinetic energy increases. Hence, kinetic energy of ball increases. Kinetic energy of ball increases. Clear? Very simple case. Only one the concept of speed. Whenever the speed value increases, then kinetic energy increases, and when the speed decreases, then kinetic energy will decrease. Clear? So first question explanation, very easy. When we throw the ball inside the moving bus, then speed of ball increases during motion, and when the bus is stopped, then the speed will be what? Actual speed. And in this situation, the ball, when you are just throwing inside the moving bus, then the speed of ball and bus both are add up, and when both the speed add up, then the value of speed what? Increases, and when the speed increases, then the kinetic energy directly depends upon velocity or speed square, so kinetic energy also increases. Hence we can say that the kinetic energy increases. Kinetic energy increases. Now just see the second question. How much work is done? How much work is done by the gravitational force of Earth? By the gravitational force of Earth. In which condition? Acting on a satellite, moving around it in a circular orbit or path, no matter. Explain how much work is done. Very simple and very easy concept. Question is lengthy, but the solution is very easy. Just see, in case of gravitational force, always remember, either in case of satellite or in case of motion of Earth around Sun or motion of Moon around Earth or motion of, I will say that, movement of satellite around Earth. In all the cases, whenever the body, suppose this is the situation of Earth and here satellite revolving around Earth in circular orbit. In circular orbit, then how the work done can be calculated? Very easy concept. The concept of work done will be 0. The concept of work done will be 0. Suppose here P is the satellites and the force acting here, gravitational force, that is force of attraction towards the center of Earth, and the movement of satellite along the tangent, movement of satellite along the tangent, it means displacement along tangent and force along radius, so angle between force and displacement here, 90 degree. Very interesting concept. Always remember, in case of circular motion, when a body revolving around a circle, either planet revolving around Earth or Earth revolving around Sun or Moon revolving around Earth, in any case, the work done by gravitational force, or you say that the concept of centripetal force, the work done by centripetal force and the gravitational force, because the centripetal force obtained from gravitational force, no matter, you can use any one concept, or the question may ask on any one concept, either on gravitational force concept or centripetal force concept. So work done by gravitational force in this circular motion is 0. Here answer number 2, work done is equal to Fs is equal to Fs cos theta is the dot product of two vectors. So Fs, whatever the value of F and S, no matter, but the angle between force and displacement is what? 90 degree. So cos 90. So cos 90 value 0. Always remember, you have to learn anyhow by writing 2 or 3 times, or in any way, when you just study in class 10th, then everything will be clear, because the concept of sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, all the trigonometric function that is given in class 10th standard. So in class 9th, only in work formula the concept of angle is given, that is force and displacement. Here dot product, that's why cos component and cos value from 0 to 90 degree you have to learn. I just explained there in the previous lecture. 0 value cos, that is 1, cos 30 value root 3 by 2, cos 45 value 1 upon root 2, cos 60 value 1 upon 2, and cos 90 value, that is usually what? 0. Whenever 0 multiplying with f here, then the whole terms will be 0 here, right side. So work done, W is equal to, in case of circular motion, always work done by gravitational force, or you say that centripetal force will be 0. Clear? So easy concept. Then after this, next one, third. Second question very easy, only one the concept of angle. Whenever the concept of angle is clear, then you can solve out or explain within few lines. Suppose you have to write down the answer, then write down only what? Only the condition, the angle between force and displacement is what? 0 degree, not 0, 90 degree. Suppose here this is the direction of displacement and this is the direction of force. So angle between both, that is 90 degree. And when the angle between both is 90 degree, then cos 90 means what? 0. And when the cos 90 0, then the whole terms will be 0. And if the force and displacement both are in the same direction, then the work done will be maximum. Always remember, when the force and displacement are in the same directions, then the work done will be maximum. And when both are perpendicular to each other, suppose one acting upward and second acting in horizontal direction, then the work done will be 0. And next one, question number third. When a ball is thrown vertically upwards, its velocity goes on decreasing. Then what happens to its potential energy? Very interesting question. Let's see. Answer number 3 here. Potential energy as well as kinetic energy, whenever add up, then gives the mechanical energy of the body. Or you say the total energy is equal to what? Potential energy plus kinetic energy. Clear? And this is the mechanical energy or total energy. Total energy of body is equal to what? Potential energy plus kinetic energy. And when the body thrown upward, then initially when you are just throwing upward, then velocity will be maximum. But when the body is just approaching at highest point, then velocity goes on decreases, and at the top level, when the velocity becomes 0, then kinetic energy formula as written here, let's say 1/2 mv square. Then when v is equal to 0, then kinetic energy is equal to 0. It means the total energy is in the form of potential energy. So total energy is equal to what? Is in the form of potential energy. It means we can say that when the body is thrown upward, then initially kinetic energy maximum, but when the body just approaching at highest point, then kinetic energy gradually decreases, and at highest point, at the top of the motion or at the topper level, the velocity becomes 0. Whenever velocity becomes 0, then kinetic energy becomes 0, because kinetic energy is what? Half mv square. When v becomes 0, then kinetic energy is equal to 0, and when kinetic energy is 0, then the total energy in the form of only one, in the form of potential energy. Clear? So potential energy of the body decreases when velocity becomes 0, or you say that not decrease, potential energy becomes maximum when velocity becomes 0, and kinetic energy becomes decreases, and up to highest point kinetic energy becomes 0. Clear? So this is the explanation of answer number 3rd here of question 3rd. And then last question number 4, very easy. Let's see. Last question here. What kind of energy transformation takes place at during a hydroelectric power station? and a coal-based thermal power station. In both the case, we have to write down only one, the flow form of energy transformation. Flow form of energy transformation, because in both the cases, the final product is what? Production of electric current, or you say that production of electric energy. And initial phase in both cases, in hydro power plant station and coal based power plant thermal station, the concept of initial phase is different. In hydro power plant, there is a concept of dam, and the dam containing what? Water at higher level, and whenever the water at higher level having maximum amount in mass, then maximum potential energy, and that potential energy whenever just released from that highest dam, then the flow of water from dam having maximum kinetic energy. It means potential energy converted into kinetic energy, and then kinetic energy converted into mechanical energy. I will say that mechanical energy further converted into electrical energy. In simple way, you can write down in hydro power plant, and so for first potential energy, then kinetic energy, and then electric energy. Clear? First, potential energy of water utilizes, and then the kinetic energy of water, that is utilized in the rotation of dynamo. And when the rotation of dynamo going on, then the special arrangement of dynamo in between the magnets having a ability to produce electric current, then the kinetic energy converted into electric energy. Clear? And this one, second part, in coal, the chemical energy of coal, only one concept is just increase chemical energy of coal, that is changes into heat energy. And what is the concept of heat here? When the energy of coal utilized, then there is a formation of vapor by heating water, and the vapor whenever passes through a narrow tube, then maximum speed, I would say that maximum pressure developed, and with the help of maximum pressure, when they strike the blades of turbine, then they rotate the turbine, and when the turbine blades rotated, then production of electric current going on. It means first chemical energy of coal converted into heat energy, and then kinetic energy, and then further last what? Electric energy. So just note down chemical energy, converted into heat energy, converted into kinetic energy, converted into electric energy. Clear? Simple. Here chemical and heat are additional at the place of potential. Clear? And everything remaining at last, kinetic and electrical energy are same. So in this way you will solve maximum conceptual numericals and some other numericals that is given in other side books. If any confusion, any numericals or questions, then you can ask. So that's all for today. From next lecture we will start a new chapter, or you say that new topic, that is sound. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.